We're talking to Khalid right now from Khalid's Computer Solutions. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. And thank you for having me on this show.
Absolutely. Lovely having you. And please tell us about yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Khalid. Everybody knows me as Khalid. And I do a computer business in Sri Lanka, and I do work in Bangkok as well. So telling about myself here, well, I come from a mixed family. So half Sri Lankan and half Indonesian. So running my business here is one thing which I really love to do, but though I'm a mixed family person, but I would say it's pretty okay. I can't say anything else much because everything is just the normal thing like we all have.
Let's talk about your company and how it came about.
Well, Khalid started in 2002. Initially, I was working for a company, and then I was actually motivated by one of my clients who comes from the royal family of the Maldives. And this client actually motivated me to start up Khalid as my own company.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a really eye-opener for me. And she really, she motivated me to do my own thing, and, she showed me the path to move forward, and she helped by introducing me to a lot of high-profile clients in Sri Lanka as well as the Maldives. And that's how Khalid started.
Okay, so you decided to go with your own brand, your
Yes.
own name. I love that.
Thank you.
So where did the inspiration come from?
Well, see, I want to do something different, okay? Every day, my biggest inspiration is my mom, because my mom is a principal, and I've seen a lot what she does, and I want to do something under my own name. And I want to change a lot of things in this country. Like in Thailand, in Vietnam, we do a lot of different things. But in Sri Lanka, it's a whole different ballgame over here. So I want to do something different with my name, and I want to make it stand out. I don't want to use somebody else's thing, like a fancy name, no. I want people to understand who is Khalid, and this is the brand.
And tell me a little bit about what you do for Khalid.
For Khalid, okay. So basically, professionally, I'm a qualified lecturer for speedboats and jet skis and electronics. And in my company, we basically do laptop maintenance, upgrades, customizations, and repairs.
And you've been recognized as well, right?
Yes.
You told me this.
Yeah. So in Sri Lanka, I work a lot with a upmarket community or the elite crowd in Sri Lanka, as well as I work in Bangkok, in Thailand. I work for a lot of high-profile clientele. And then again in the Maldives as well. And I do work for a lot of regular clients as well in Sri Lanka, and it goes like this. So whereas I work even more, I could keep going on. I work for brigadiers, for ministers, as the private IT person.
Right. And you said how long have you been doing this?
From 2002.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a long time.
Yep.
So what would you say is the most challenging part in your job?
Challenging part in my job is, when people don't know how to express themselves with the problem, when they come, they feel, in Sri Lanka, one thing I noticed is a lot of people are not easy to talk.
Right.
They're very reserved, right? So they don't know how to express the problem with the computer. They say they don't like to show the real thing, so they just hide it. So then we have to understand the situation and, okay, this is the problem, and, try to talk to them and give up a solution to them. That's the most challenging part.
So basically communication.
Yes, because here a lot of people are not open enough. Not like back in Vietnam, in Thailand, everybody talks to you. You walk on the road, everybody says hi to you. In Sri Lanka, it's like, oh, the guy, something like that.
The guy with like tattoos.
Yeah, true. It's a thing here,
It's a thing. It's going to take some time to break that.
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah. So tell me about, how it was in the beginning compared to now. I'm talking about, the difficulties in bringing yourself up.
Well, there were a lot. There were really, really a lot. Initially, when I started in Sri Lanka, back in the days, the war was going on in Sri Lanka. And since I was working for a lot of high-profile clientele, I was not allowed to work with regular clients due to security reasons. Since I worked with really big names.
Right.
And so every month I had to go and get myself a police report check and hand it over to them. Since I was one of those private person who worked. So it was really hard. But then, I took a break. I left Sri Lanka. I spoke to all my clients because I wanted to grow also. Because when when you're stuck in one place, I moved out of Sri Lanka, moved back again, and then everything is okay. And then I had to get permission to, open up for the general public.
For the general public,
yes.
Yeah.
And then I started doing it. So when I started up again, it was very, very hard because I brought in a different thing. I'm a science student, so right, I like motor mechanics and everything. So I brought a thing called the chemical wash in Sri Lanka.
Chemical wash.
Yeah,
Okay.
for
What is that
electronics.
So.
So when I introduced this, a lot of people were very skeptical about it. They were like, what is he doing? How is it going to happen? But then it was very hard initially to convince people to see this is that. And then after that, it was okay.
Okay. And what are the marketing strategies you rely on?
Well, I bring up my own thing. Whatever I feel I want to do, I just do it.
You just do it.
Yes.
That's a really good strategy.
I normally sit down, have my cup of coffee and learn about other companies, and I do a SWOT analysis with everything. But end of the day, I like to fine tune myself to do what I like to do. And if I want to see something, if I just want to do it, I just say, just do it.
Right. Okay. This next question is from our venue sponsor, the Colombo Cooperative.
Okay.
They're all about providing modern workspaces and creative spaces like this for companies of all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
They'd like to know what your number one value in business and in life is.
Okay, I'll start with life.
Okay.
The number one thing which really values most of me is my mom.
Okay.
Because she has been a very strong pillar to me, to move forward with a lot of, differences, everything. And number two is my clients. They are my kings because they mean a lot to me. My clients have been with me through every high tides and low tides with me. They never left me, and they have always guided me, and they have always been a lifelong client to me.
Right.
They never left me, and if something has gone wrong to me, they have always taken the time to personally call me and ask what's happening to you.
Almost like family.
Yes, and clients are my family. They're everything to me.
What would you say, I mean, you've obviously done this for some time now. What
Yeah.
would you say is your definition of success?
Hard work and never give up. And always be yourself. Don't be fake.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
And what really drives you and wakes you up in the morning?
My mom.
Your mom. Aw.
I always like to wake up in the morning, make a cup of tea for her, sit down with her for a morning conversation, because I have a very busy lifestyle. But whatever it happens, I just like to sit down in the morning, make the cup of tea for my mom and have a chit chat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's really, really proud of you watching this today as well. Now that you're your own boss, would you ever work for someone else?
Yes, of course. I work for so many bosses every day.
Okay.
All my clients are my bosses.
Yeah.
All my customers are my
Yeah.
bosses, right? They pay me to live. They feed me.
Right.
So all my clients are my bosses.
If you ever got the opportunity, for example, to work for someone, would you ever do that?
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't need to. I would never hesitate.
Yeah.
I would love to do it because I do it with everything with my heart.
Yes, exactly. So obviously, there's a lot of people watching this would really look up to you.
Yeah.
And I think, wow, I want to be like this guy. Is there any kind of advice you would give?
Yeah. Well, it's like this. What I always see in Sri Lanka, I see a lot of startups coming up, right? What I always say is start something. Mm-hmm. Always do your groundwork, do your research, everything, and start it. But don't give up halfway. When you start something, you will face a lot of criticism. And the people will try to bring you down saying you can't achieve this. This is your vision is just absurd. It's crazy. It's bonkers. No, you go your journey, follow your heart. Just do what you have to do. Be patient because good things take time to come.
That's true. Yeah.
And never rush.
Yeah.
If anybody slings mud at you, just be patient, keep quiet. Because just because the dog goes and barks at a mountain and the mountain is not going to fall down, right?
That's a really good example.
So you have to stand strong, be confident, have faith in yourself and have faith in God, and definitely keep moving forward.
That's a good answer. Now, the show is called The Founder. Now, you told me that you meet all sorts of clientele.
Yes.
But what if you got the opportunity to sit at dinner with a founder that you're of your liking, internationally or locally, that you haven't got the chance to, be in company with? Who would that person be?
Well, that list goes a lot of ways. I can't specifically say for one person because I love every single client I meet. Right in this journey, I've met so many. From high-profile clients, from ministers to doctors to lawyers and brigadiers from the defense and everyone. I love everybody out there. I have no particular person like I have to personally favor of because I like to sit down with everyone out there.
Yeah.
And socialize and
People's
have a good time.
person.
Yes.
You are. So, thank you so much for joining us today. And please let anyone watching out there know how they can get through to you and, get your services and all that.
Okay, thank you. Well, guys can find me out on Facebook, on Google, on Instagram. It's very easy to find me. Just type my name, Khalid, Computer Solutions. It's very easy to find, and we'll be the first person online to see us because we have a higher rating in Colombo. And I'm still working hard to get my ratings in Thailand.
Okay.
It's a very, very top-notch market over there. But yeah, it's very easy to find me. By just typing Khalid's Computer Solutions, you can just easily find me.
Do you want to expand anywhere else?
Yes, I'm looking forward to franchise in Vietnam, but
Okay.
I'm planning to do this before COVID, but unfortunately with COVID, I lost the opportunity, but it's still pending.
Right.
But I'm just waiting very patiently till COVID, comes to a proper time, after everything settles, and then I'm planning to head back to Vietnam because I live in Thailand as well. So I'm looking forward to go franchise in Vietnam and then expand it over there. I don't want to stick on only to Sri Lanka because I have plans to go to China someday. So I will achieve it.
Well, I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on the show as well.
Absolutely, Khalid. It's a pleasure. So there you have it, Khalid's Computer Solutions. Go search him up.
Let's be